Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening to my talk. I feel nervous because this is the first time to give a presentation at DevRelCon in English, but this is my new challenge. So I do my best. I would like to talk about the struggle of online conferences in the time of COVID-19. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Yuko Kondo. I work for SHOEISHA, a publishing company in Tokyo, Japan. My company publishes books for software developers and other specialists. We also run web magazines, conferences, and seminars. I'm an editor-in-chief of a web magazine for software developers called Codezine, and I am also an organizer of conferences for software developers called the Developers Summit. The Developers Summit was held on site until February 2020. However, due to COVID-19, it has been held online since then. In this session, I will talk about how we turned the Developers Summit into an online event. Today, I would like to talk about 3 topics. What the Developers Summit is all about, what kind of efforts did we make to make the Developers Summit online, and what did I learn from running online conferences. Okay, I'd like to start by talking about what the Developers Summit is all about. The Developers Summit is a conference for software developers in Japan that has been held annually since 2003. It is a 2-day event held every year in February with 5 tracks and about 80 sessions in total, and more than 4,600 registrations when the event is held on site. The event is sponsored by many companies for marketing and recruitment purposes and is free of charge to participants. Related events have included a one-day event held in July, events for local communities, and events for software developers under 30 years old. When the Developer Summit started in 2003, the only large-scale conferences were those held by IT vendors for marketing purposes. The Developer Summit began with the desire to promote knowledge and interaction among developers. So it aims to create a conference covering various technologies from a neutral standpoint. The Developer Summit had 3 features: a wide variety of sessions, providing opportunities for communication, and gorgeous venue. The first feature is variety of sessions. The Developer Summit covers a wide range of topics that software developers need to know about, not just specific technologies and methods. We have set an overall theme with a message such as "Share Your Fun" for 2019 and "We are New Normal" for 2021. The content of the session is also varied. For example, here are the examples: software testing for software developer, effective remote working, case studies of product development, solving technical debt, and DX in the Tokyo metropolitan government. For planning these sessions, we organized a content committee made up of engineers from outside my company who are active in developer communities, and we had meetings to decide on a plan. The second feature is providing opportunities for communication. The Developers Summit provides opportunities for communication that go beyond just listening to sessions. For example, there were Ask the Speaker, where participants could ask questions directly to speakers after sessions. Booth, where sponsors could communicate directly with participants. And a reception party, where speakers, sponsors, and participants could gather and interact. These were places like a reunion and to meet new people. The third feature is gorgeous venue. The Developer Summit was held in a gorgeous Japanese-style hotel called the Hotel Garden Tokyo. It was suitable because a single session room can accommodate 200 to 300 people, and 5 rooms were on one floor, and the glittering venue created an extraordinary atmosphere. I think there was a certain charm to holding the event in this gorgeous venue. Now, let's move on to the next topic. I talk about what we did to turn the Developers Summit into an online event. Developers Summit 2020, which was held in mid-February 2020, was able to be held successfully while taking measures against infectious diseases despite the anxiety of COVID-19 hitting Japan. The following week, however, technical conferences were cancelled one after another, and DevRelCon Tokyo 2020 was one of them. Even at Developers Summit, we did the entire suite online. Since we had knowledge of online events within the company, we managed to hold the one-day event without any problems. We delivered session videos from our own website, and the communications were done on the chat screen next to videos. Some of the speakers gave interactive talks by writing in the chat themselves or putting the URL of the survey service on the chat screen. The online event, which could be viewed by anyone living in any region, was well received, but it was difficult to provide the same experience for interaction as we had on site. We were able to run the one-day online event successfully. However, Developers Summit 2021, which was held in February 2021, is a large-scale event with thousands of people attending. It is an event with a history and a brand. I had some major concerns when planning the Developers Summit 2021. First, I thought it would be difficult to get the cooperation of the speakers and the content committee members because online events do not create the same sense of excitement as real venues. This is because I thought that speakers, content committee members, and other people who cooperate with the Developers Summit would participate because they enjoy meetings and interacting with various people at the venue. I was worried that if I couldn't provide the same level of experience online, some of them would leave. Second, I wouldn't be able to create a plan while my input was decreasing due to COVID-19. Before the coronavirus disaster, I had been visiting the tech communities in person, listening to the sessions of the engineers, and talking at the get-togethers to provide input. But with COVID-19, I couldn't do that at all. I made few new acquaintances, and I only participated passively by watching YouTube and Zoom. I was worried about planning an event without much input. Third, how to realize two-way interaction. The Developer Summit is not only about inputting the latest trends, but also about promoting interaction. And I felt that the chat stream was not enough. There was also a need from the sponsors to communicate directly with the participants. I wanted to realize, ask the speaker, booth, and our reception party as I had done in the past. I thought, what should I do to deal with these fears? So I tried to do some actions. The first is to create a mission statement. Since online events do not offer the same experience that on-site events do, I thought it was necessary to think about and communicate our philosophy in order to get people outside the company involved. As a result, I came up with the following mission: to make developers start and accelerate the update of the world. Because the Developer Summit is organized by a company that is in the publishing and media business, I thought that we could deliver someone's knowledge and thought far and wide, just as if we were distributing technical books across the country. The developers we want to make start are the speakers as well as everyone else involved. Those who listening to the session and wanted to take positive action. Sponsors who are looking to embody their company's mission by reaching out widely and deeply to developers. These people learn, take chances, and are respected by the organization, society, family, friends, and other people around them. We thought that this positively would circulate and lead to the creation of good products and updates for the world. I posted this mission on our website, used it when I called on the content committee members and the speakers, and used it in the organizer's greeting at the beginning of the Developers Summit. Next is conducting content committee member meetings online. I was able to get the cooperation of the content committee members as before. In the meeting to plan the sessions, we held it in Zoom with all members. We used a Google spreadsheet for discussion, and we had active discussion in various places in parallel, such as in person, in the chat box, and on the spreadsheet. Thanks to this, we were able to have a more dense discussion than we had in the real meetings. As a result, we were able to plan more smoothly than ever before. The last is offering Ask the Speaker booth and a reception party using an online tool. At Developer Summit 2021, in addition to delivering sessions, we used EventWin, a platform for online events, to realize Ask the Speaker booth and a reception party. EventWin is a tool developed by a Japanese company called VCube and has a UI that allows you to see who is at which table at a glance, similar to Wemo. For Ask the Speaker, it was difficult to find a way to accept one-on-one questions online, so we used a moderator to conduct an interview. Participants wrote their questions in the chat, and the moderator asked them on their behalf. Participants gave high marks to the event, saying that it was good to hear what they wanted to ask. In addition, booths were set up by sponsors and the technical communities. Since it was difficult to wait for a long time for an online booth, we set up core time during lunch break and evening to encourage participation. Some booths were crowded with a large number of people. On the other hand, we felt that there were many issues to be addressed. As some booth exhibitors said that only people they knew came to the booth, and participants said that it was difficult to enter a place where there was only one person. Furthermore, at the reception party, I asked the speakers to give a 15-second speech each. And we started by having the participants share their impressions of the Developers Summit by separating into small groups. At the end of the party, all the participants chatted together and said warm words like, "That was fun." Now let's move on to the next topic. I would like to talk about what I learned from running online conferences. The first is the difficulty of guiding people. For the on-site event, Ask the Speaker and reception party were flexible by asking participants to come to a designated location anyway. However, with online tools, we received a lot of feedback such as, "I don't know where to log in from," or "I don't know what to do in the tool." I felt that it is important to announce when a new tool is to be used and to design how to use them. The second is the importance of continuing to challenge. We have held 6 conferences so far during COVID-19. At first, we just delivered sessions, but we gradually took on a new challenge. I moderated and ran Ask the Speaker at a small event before running it at the big event, Developers Summit. I believe that the continuous challenge in smaller events will be utilized when taking on new challenges in larger events. The third is the greatness of speakers who give good talks. Developers Summit 2021 was a great success. The number of registration was about 6,500, 1.5 times more than last year. In the midst of all this, I felt that there are some things that will never change, no matter what format the event takes. That is, all the speakers gave their best and gave excellent presentations, even online. And of course, the speakers, sponsors, and attendees all enjoyed the Developer Summit. We could imagine that everyone would enjoy the event, so we were able to take on a new challenge without hesitation. I'm really grateful for that. Now, I'd like to summarize the main points of this session. We conducted the Developer Summit online. I did 3 things to dispel my fears about conducting the online conferences. These are creating a mission statement, conducting content committee meetings online, and offering communication using an online tool. Some of them were successful, but there were also challenges for the future. Today, I talked about 3 lessons I learned. How difficult it is to guide people in online, the importance of continuing to take on challenges, the greatness of speakers who give good talks. We are planning to organize other online conferences in the future. We will continue to challenge ourselves and do our best to make developers into stars. Thank you for listening.